Hi friends, today I want to introduce you to one of my favorite things. I'm showing you all my favorite things. I'm going to show you a fun way to learn about breathing. It's a Sesame Street clip. It features Elmo and Common and Colbie Caillat, and they are singing a song called Belly Breathe, and it's about teaching, obviously, and because it's Sesame Street, it's teaching kiddos about self-regulation through breathing. But I am thoroughly delighted by this video and another one that I'm going to show you. So I don't think it is restricted just to for children. Belly breathing is a breathing technique. We really do need to find ways to tell the body that we're not under threat. So as you've heard me say before, we are feeling creatures who think. We are not thinking creatures who feel. So biologically, we take in information from our environment. We run it through the brain to determine if we're under threat or not. And then if we're not under threat, then we can come up into the upper level of the brain and do different things with whatever we've taken in. If our environment feels threatening to us for whatever reason, we get stuck and we don't move into the upper levels of our brain. And so we're not going to be able to like talk ourselves down from that. We have to feel ourselves down from that, if that makes sense. Like we need to calm the body in order to access the higher level of the brain. So if we're having an anxiety attack or we're feeling, uncomfortable feelings of distress or frustration or overwhelm, that means that your body is taking in the data, whatever it is, and your amygdala is saying, oh no, danger, danger. And then we're not really able to deal with calming down or the things that are feeling overwhelming because we're sort of stuck with our amygdala in panic mode. And then, the bigger that gets, the more it looks like, panic disorder and things like that, anxiety attacks and stuff like that. In the care and keeping of you, in your personalized resource toolkit, breathing plays heavily on that list, finding different breathing techniques that help regulate that body bottom up instead of top down. You're going to want some of those. Belly breathing is a great one because what we're doing there is breathing from our diaphragm, and Elmo's going to show us in the video, but we're breathing from our diaphragm. This is like if you've ever watched a baby sleeping, their little bellies are going up and down, right? They're inhale and exhale. You can see it in their belly. When we're under stress, or for a lot of us, like just busy, we're not breathing from our belly. We're kind of breathing up here. And so you see a lot of expansion in the upper part of the chest, of the lungs are filling, and the shoulders, right? So we want to go out, we want to expand out with our breathing rather than up and down, if that makes sense. So belly breathing is one of the breathing techniques that I recommend that you try it and see if it regulates you. Practice it. If you try it and after a while you're like, that's lame, then don't do it. But I hope you can get on board with some breathing. Okay, so we're gonna watch the video. I have to stop it and offer commentary over the top of it to deal with the copyright issue. But I do recommend that you go on YouTube and pull up this. I'll put a link in the show notes to the Belly Breathe song. And again, it's featuring Common right here in the beginning, and then Colbie Caillat comes in later. It's a sweet little song. Good. So I'll stop right there. If you've heard my little meme video about fire breathing, and I was trying to like describe breathing, that to make fog on a window. This is exactly what they're doing here. They're starting with actually some breathing onto, that's a dragon breath or a fire breath that Elmo starts us out with. But we are going to get into belly breathing. And I find Common's voice so soothing in this too, so that also helps me regulate.
Sometimes the monster that's inside you is a monster that is mad. It's a monster who is angry. It's a monster who feels bad. When your monster wants to throw things and your monster wants to shout, there's a way to calm your monster and chill your inner monster out.
So part of what I love is, of course, it's Sesame Street. And so the language of monster inside of Sesame Street is already so like acceptable and normalized, and so then for the songwriters to use the language of the monster that's inside you, it doesn't feel like you're in trouble for having sort of, you know, that internal you know, angry feeling or whatever. You know, he's describing all this monster that's inside you, wants to kind of get these feelings out. Sesame Street just makes that so normal instead of making that bad. You know, like I can imagine if you were not at Sesame Street and somebody said, "Oh, you've got a monster inside of you," that might be like, "Oh, there's something wrong with me." Those are bad things. They're not bad. It's humans being human have these experiences, and this is this is gently how to work with them. We want to be working with our feelings, not avoiding them or pretending that they don't exist. And here's Colbie Caillat. So she's saying belly breathe, we're going to breathe right through it, and then she's actually going to demonstrate with hands on her belly, which is a great way to teach children. But also, if you aren't sure as an adult how to do belly breathing, Colbie Caillat is going to show you.
This is how you do it. Put your hands on your tummy, now you're ready to begin. Put your hands on your belly and you slowly breathe in. Papa breathe. Belly, belly, papa, papa breathe. Belly, belly, breathe. Let your belly go out and in and out. And you start to calm down without a doubt. Let your belly go in and out and out and in. Now Elmo feels like himself again.
So Elmo feels like himself again, right? So that's the point, right? It's just a little demonstration. It's a catchy little tune. I'm not going to play the whole thing. If you like it, and I hope you do, go do a YouTube search for Elmo Belly Breathe. And I will put a link to it down in the show notes. Great way to learn emotion regulation tools, breathing techniques, and also introducing emotion awareness with kiddos. If you are a teacher or a parent or a caregiver and you need to know how to help kids learn about managing their emotions, Sesame Street's got quite a few. I'm going to show another one with Cookie Monster, so stay tuned for that. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.